Hello and welcome to this week's watercolour lesson. Now this week, as well as enjoying this lovely pattern that I've devised for you, I'm hoping that you'll be learning about glazing with two colours and also a little bit about negative painting and some colour theory as well. When you work with two colours like this, you get the chance to experience every variable of colour mixing and indeed saturation. Now during the course of this lesson I have only used two colours, so they are alizarin crimson and French ultramarine blue. I've chosen those because generally speaking they're colours that we usually have in our palette. If you're running out, Jackson's is a good place to buy from, and there's a link underneath if you need some. So it starts off as a very simple pattern that is repeated and repeated. First start off with a merged wash, then a very simple motif that you can just draw randomly across the picture. Make sure everything is dry, and then you start off with painting negatively, so you're always painting the background, and of course as you add more and more layers the background gets smaller and smaller. Let me show you what I mean. What we're going to do here is a very simple version of the pattern that I showed you, so you can get an idea of the process and how it works. So we need to start off by wetting the paper. Handy, put that over there. Just wet it up so the paper is just softened, but what you really mustn't do is have any puddles. So wait for it to settle, and so there's just a slight sheen on it, and then you're ready to go. Right, we're using two colours here, and you can see on the right I've mixed really quite a lot, so it's a nice thin wash. We don't want any harsh colour, and we're just using the two. So this is alizarin crimson and the other is French ultramarine, and we're going to start off just with a merged wash. Right, so that's dry, and what we're going to do is just put some shapes on here. Any shapes would do. You could do circles, triangles, whatever, but because of the time of the year we're going to go with heart shapes. So find some nice areas where the wash has merged together, sort of like that would do, and we'll put one around here. And basically what we're going to do now, maybe another one there, these are going to be our lightest, because what we're going to do now is paint the background. So everything that isn't those hearts is going to be painted methodically, first red, alizarin crimson, and then blue. So if we start off with a nice thin wash, so basically we're glazing over, and you can see where the blue is, it's got a lot duller, and you can see where the red is, it's brighter. Make sure that you don't leave any hard edges, and not very strong pigment. Right, that's dried, so we want some more hearts. Randomly, wherever you feel like putting them. They can be big or small, it doesn't really matter. I quite like that mixture, so we'll have one there. And maybe a little pink one there. And this time we're doing our blue layer. So once again, very, very thin glaze of paint. We want nothing too heavy because we want all the layers to show through. So let's start up here then. Pointy brush to get that nice shape. And each time we're just painting the background. But each time there's less background because we've put some more shapes on. Right, and let it dry. And when I say let it dry, I mean let it dry thoroughly, not just you know, not being wet, because otherwise you'll find that things will start merging too much, and it'll be very frustrating. So actually just walk away, go and do something else instead, and then come back in 20 minutes, check to see if it's dry enough, and then you can go again. But you really need to make sure that it's properly dry. Right, that's all beautifully dry now. We're going to put our next layer on. It's gone very, very sort of violety. It looks very pinkish, but it is the turn of the red this time, even though you might be tempted to put some more blue on. But it doesn't matter too much, but it's quite interesting to see the effect of taking each actual colour in turn. So let's put some hearts on about here. They don't need to be perfectly symmetrical, because then they have a sort of cartoony look to them. I quite like it if they're slightly off centre. It looks good, doesn't it? I hope you enjoy doing it. I did another one here. This is quite a big one. I like the look of it, but what I thought for a change, it might be quite nice to have soft focus. So you can see here, I'm spraying it. So it does look a little different from the one I just did here as an example for you. So painting a pattern like this is very, very useful for your watercolour skills. Not only do you understand how colours work when they layer on each other, but also negative painting, brush control. It really helps with confidence, and ultimately it will improve your watercolour pictures. I turned my pattern into some wrapping paper here. It's quite cute, isn't it? Have a lovely week. Please like and subscribe. I can't wait to see your pictures in the gallery. See you next time. Bye.